time for the end of the hour. It's time for the hour. The whole reason why we're here right now, along with our special artists that hit the stage right now. Okay, y'all ready? So I need y'all to put your hands together.
I'm saying everybody could.
Put your hands together right now. Put your hands together right
Whatever song you get, whatever artist, think about how you leave the first time. And this thing you got the opportunity to show people talent. Asaka The Renegade. Asaka The Renegade. Detroit, somebody act like y'all here see me.
You already know the fuck. Let's go!
Keller, I started the crane, but a short circuit messed up the control panel.
There must be something you can do. Maybe there's an electrical switch kit somewhere in the warehouse. You can try to bypass using the auxiliary power.
Sounds like you know what you're talking about.
Sweat.
Cut the switch on, man. Why some always gotta be shorted out in this game?
You're an engineer.
And it's always about some zombies.
A lifetime ago.
I just want to be free.
I swear to God. Motherfuck.
Haha. He's like, God damn. Oh no, this is my daughter. It's my bad.
Hello? Alright,
My name is Asaka The Renegade, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I've been doing music for about, well, this will be year 10 for me, about 10 years. It really started from just kicking with my friends and stuff like that at first. I've always been inspired by like the music, like my parents used to play and stuff like that, but just getting around my friends and, you know, I've always been musically inclined with some type of fashion of music, whether it was like piano or dance or something like that. But rap just felt more expressive, so that's kind of where it all started. Once I started feeling like I was releasing more of what I was going through just having some fun with rap. And I think what solidified was, and I say it all the time, but what solidified me into saying I'm gonna rap was Sway in the Morning. Like that was like the stamp where I was like, okay, if I do good here, I'm out of here. So that was like the moment right there.
And you mentioned that you grew up in Detroit. Where exactly in Detroit did you grow up at?
So I grew up on Parkside. I was on Parkside right after John C. Lodge. I grew up with my father, and we moved around Detroit a lot. I know we stayed on Kentucky Street at one point. We stayed at Highland Park at one point. That's what I remember. But I know my first place I remember ever and grew up most of my life. Well, I can say most of my life, but a good portion of my life was Parkside.
And how did your surroundings or community, growing up in Detroit, how did that influence your sound? Because you know Detroit has a specific sound.
Yeah, and I don't have that sound at all.
Shawty, you should come with me. I can get you what you need. You a baddie, I agree. I ain't talking about it, girl. You gotta let me see. Dash the hard with it. Let me catch you up to speed. Got you following my lead. I'm a right now nigga here has been gang with me. You a good girl with your bad friends. I don't care about your past, where you have been. Heard your ex man like a 21 ad lib.
We gon' have some fun tonight. You get what you want tonight. So take a chance, girl, roll the dice. Gonna fuck it up tonight.
Yeah, get nasty.
I've always had like an introspective mindset. Like, it's very easy to look on both sides, you know what I'm saying, of an ideal. Mm-hmm. It's very difficult to look at both sides from the middle. Okay. And I feel like that's something I've always been keen to doing. Like, I've always understood the street niggas, but I never understood to the point where I wanted to do it. Yeah. I've always understood, you know what I'm saying, the school kids or, you know, whatever the opposite side of that coin is. Yeah. But that wasn't all the way my calling. And I can speak for both sides because I've seen both. And I could just speak on, not being either, being in the middle or being my own thing. And I feel like my environment showed me that no matter where I was situated or what was going on around me, I always seen things from, both sides or from a perspective that maybe nobody thought of. So my environment just kind of sharpened that sense for me. You know what I'm saying?
And so when it comes to your music, there's nowadays, there's more hands that are on music when they're written that goes into the songwriting aspect. Do you usually write alone or do you collaborate with other local artists in the sense of helping, like, make a song?
For my music, I write by myself. It's funny because I've thought about, like, damn, I can get some help from such as that. I've even asked a couple people, but it's just like it didn't work out. Like, it's not that they didn't want to do it. It's just timing. And then by the time was right, I had already figured the song out.
Yep.
So then I just leaned more into being more creative in regards to what I was saying and expanding my palette, expanding my vocabulary. And every time I think I need help, I wind up just coming up with stuff myself. So, yeah. But I wouldn't be opposed to, like, I understand, music is supposed to be expressive for everybody. So I don't, except for rap. Yeah. Rap is the only thing, like, I don't care who, nobody's writing my raps ever in life, ever.
So when, because you've mentioned before, Drake, right? When it came out that he was not, there were some accusations, let me put it that way, that he was not the only one writing his raps.
Yeah.
What did that do for you as an artist?
It opened the door to a conversation. I didn't just jump on the bandwagon of, oh, fuck Drake, he ain't writing this. I didn't do that because I understood music to be a collaborative effort for a long time. However, I've studied an era where writing your own raps was quintessential to being a rapper. Yep. So as far as when you're doing R&B records, and I think that's one part that people don't really give credit to Drake for, when you're a rapper at heart and you're trying to switch into a different genre, I think it's okay to get help in that genre. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I think the problem came in when he was doing features and people was allegedly writing his features. That's when it was like, okay, I see what the problem is with that. But I understand it, like, and then I'm sure he's not the only one. Like, I never looked at it like, oh my God, condemn him. But I also am not letting nobody write my raps. Yep. So, I mean, nobody wrote anything for me anyway, but I get, again, see what I'm saying? I get both sides. Like, I'm not going to condemn him, but at the same time, I understand, like, why it was such a fuss, if you will.
So, you did not always go by Asaka The Renegade.
This nigga did some research. All right.
How did...
Ooh-wee.
What was the start off going into the career, your stage name?
It was...
Bitch, I'm back. I'm in love with that bag, I'm attached. Fuck them snakes in the grass, ain't that. RG in me, my gang on the mat. Never ran in the field, I'm on track. Hey, I thank God that I'm breathing. Fuck whoever ain't believe him. I still did it, I don't need him. Whoa. I take this shit to the max. I had to get to them racks. I had to run that shit back. Whoa.
Ask me a question, I want you to feel my face. I got it. No, ask a question.
I had to run that shit back.
Ask the question. Why? I feel like you gonna fight you. You doing a bag?
I go superstar like I'm Usher. She make it pop, she
You doing a bag?
I ain't no lick boy, I'm
doing a bag?
Remember I said I wasn't gonna touch you. I lied.
Yeah, all that nigga, I know it. I get the pieces, these beef, I'ma blow it. I save the money, boy, I feel heroic. Ain't gotta ask if I'm having, I show it. Boy, I get the hits off the pin like I'm bowling. I cannot fall for no hit, I ain't going. I tell them niggas, step back, oh, I'm glowing. Yeah, I thank God that I'm breathing. I thank God for the glow. I heard it irritate the demons. I'm glowed up like a beacon. I'm locked in all seasons. Fuck whoever ain't believe 'em. I still did it, I don't need 'em.